Hello, welcome to the Miami Beach Convention Center. It's National Championship Media Day. It's starting to get pretty real.
It is.
There's no doubt about it. We heard from a slew of Indiana football players, head coach Curt Signetti, offensive, defensive coordinator. These guys are as locked in as ever, but the stakes so much different now.
Yeah, but you wouldn't notice when you talk to them. I think the outside of the walls of their facility and wherever they go, that's where all the talk is coming from. But this team has been so mentally dominant in how they do prepare, that they are treating this like another game, to where even us, like when they say we know it's a big game but we're not treating it like one, you believe it. It's because every player gives the same answer, and that's credit to Curt Signetti and this coaching staff.
They take on the personality of Curt Signetti and leaders like Fernando Mendoza and Pat Coogan, who, like you said, it's a great point, mental toughness, and you believe what they say. Doesn't feel like an act at all. Very genuine, and these guys know that Miami's talented. They wouldn't be here if they weren't. Athletic, I think it match up with IU as well as anybody we've seen in the trenches. I think offensive, defensive line really, really strong in those areas. And they understand it's going to be a tough game, but you know, IU's not shaking in their confidence either.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, so naturally the human body craves contact,
of course,
and this team embodies that. You mentioned in the trenches, they want a physical game. That's how these guys play. And that's what they do expect. And with the stakes is, you know, the highest as they're going to get, they're ready for that physicality. The last month and a half, they've been in confetti. They've held up trophies in their last 3 games. They're calm, cool, and collected about this situation. And that's, again, credit to Signetti and the staff for making that belief come true.
They certainly seem steady Eddie throughout this process. The lights have never been brighter for Indiana football. Fans we spoke to are pumped up. These players, while maintaining focus, understand the opportunity at hand. Enough of us. Take a listen. Really good stuff today for Media Day ahead of the National Championship.
We're still in our process, our preparation process, right? We all understand that. Obviously, the last 2 years, it's been a great story, right? And it's been fast progress, kind of surreal to some degree. It's a big story nationally. I get that, and but that's separate, sort of, from our team mindset right now in terms of us physically being here and what our intentions are today, what we got to get done today. So it's been great. We got a lot of momentum, but we're playing a great football team, and Miami. Tenacious up front on the defensive line, really physical on the offensive line, big running back, athletes everywhere, playmakers at wide receiver. You know, special teams are very good. They're playing on their home field, right? They didn't have to travel. You know, so it's a big mountain we have to climb. When I was with Nick, you know, there was an evaluation sheet, and supposedly when he was with Belichick at the Browns, he had sort of come up with a sheet or had a large impact in that. And ankle, knee, hip flexibility, toughness at every position. You know, ankle stiffness, hip stiffness, knee stiffness, fatal flaws. It's start-stop game. Generate explosion from those 3 facets of your lower body. That would be the biggest things from a personal standpoint. You know, I learned from my mistakes, and I think most of us, you know, that aspire to achieve at a high level, either learn from our mistakes or we don't progress, right? So, you know, when I was young, we took some potential guys. We had to. When I was with Coach Majors at Pitt, we didn't have much, didn't have facilities, didn't have money. We weren't very attractive to recruits. We took a lot of guys that had certain qualities but hadn't quite put it all together. So I learned from that. To me, there's a lot to be said about what the guy's made of, his intangibles, and his moldability or coachability, what kind of teammate he's going to be. You still have to have a certain level, obviously, of athleticism to be successful at the P4 level, right, in the Big Ten. But you get the right group of guys together that combine the team, and they're good decision makers, they're good people, because you got to make decisions on the football field too, and you got to play with discipline, and you got to play with poise, and you got to play with confidence and consistency, and have day in, day out consistency to a high standard and expectation. And that's what these group of guys have done to this point. But, there's a lot to be done yet. And they understand that. I was aware of Fernando because we had Alberto, the younger brother. He signed with us at JMU. Tino Sinceri signed him. He had won 2 state championships, was a special family. They were all high achievers. The mom had gotten sick. I knew the dad a little bit. So, I'm a tape junkie, and I would see Fernando on tape maybe from 2 years ago when I'm watching Red Area Pass or something. And then when he went in the portal, he was a talented guy. Didn't take many plays. Had a lot of physical attributes. Knew what kind of family he came from. We had Alberto in the program. So he got here, and he done a great job of developing. Tremendous job. And he's probably played better after he won the Heisman, which is a real credit to him. But we got one more to go. So that was an easy decision. To me, it's noise and clutter. You stay focused on the here and now, control the controllables, be detailed in your preparation. That gives you the most confidence going in, gives you the best chance. And because we have so many guys on this team that are older and have started so many games, the moment has never been too big. We have not always been perfect, but we've been very consistent in all 3 phases. So, and I think as we went on the road and won tight ball games, especially at the end of the game, like Iowa being the first one, that just gave us more and more belief and confidence and put us in a better position down the road for the same type games. I don't think I ever thought that far ahead, honestly. It was such a quick hiring process. And then when I got here, I found out so many things I didn't know, 10 offensive starters in the transfer portal, and some other things that, like 2 universes colliding. We pretty much won championships year in, year out, and doom and gloom on the Indiana side. And that's kind of why I got out there a little bit the way I did. I knew I was out on a limb. I had to find out if the fan base was dead or on life support. The basketball game was the first thing. And then Google Me was our press conference, signing day press conference, when I asked the same question for about the 14th time. So I had a lot of confidence in myself and the staff because we had success. That's why I took the job. But I can't say I ever thought this far ahead. This game's all about recruiting, development, retention. The development piece is huge. Derek Owings, our strength and conditioning coach, been with me 6 or 7 years. He's always in high demand. Does a tremendous job. And then the way you coach them in the meeting room, the way you practice, the things you put in their head. There's a lot of guys out there that can play, and development and consistency are the 2 key factors. I really, honestly, have never looked at a star in my life. I understand they're out there, 4 stars, 5 stars, and all that good stuff. If a guy can play and he's got the right stuff in terms of intangibles, and he's a worker, and he loves the game, he loves football and the process, and he's got enough physical ability, he'll develop. Absolutely. It would be hard for me to describe my sense of humor because I see it all and I hear it all. But I make my points, and I have a way of getting them across to the kids in as few words as possible. And I think Brian Haynes said it best. I read something 2 weeks ago. He had said, get it across in as few words as possible with the most amount of impact. And that's been my philosophy for a long time. And if I've got something, a point I need to make, I'm going to hit him right between the eyes.
Yeah, the Columbus Brotherhood made me who I am, not only as a player, but also as a character and a teammate. The Brotherhood really taught me how to grow close to one another. And I think that's the superpower of this Indiana team, the glue that we have together and the bond that we have together. And Columbus took a chance on me as a quarterback, and also my younger brother, Alberto, and the development that I got football-wise from Dave Dunn and all the other fantastic coaching, and also kind of the tough personality, coaching I got from Mr. McKeon, Pew and all the other teachers that I had there that really helped groom me into the man I am today. I really can't thank Christopher Columbus enough, and I think it's so special I get to play in Miami, where Christopher Columbus is located, in front of all my Columbus brothers. Yeah, I would say the meaning, it means so much to myself and my family, having grown up in Miami, growing up a University of Miami fan, and basically whole identity being, a Cuban living in Miami whose grandparents, all four grandparents, immigrated from Cuba to Miami, made their way, had the American dream, and I've been so thankful to them and thankful to God that I've been able to have a good childhood, and them raising me by accomplishing the American dream. And I think it just means so much to my family as playing in Miami against the University of Miami. The journey, it's kind of like a full circle moment, but also it means a lot to a lot of my teammates and coaches and also everybody in Hoosier Nation, just because it is a national championship. And so I could selfishly say, oh, it means so much to me, but in reality, I do it for my teammates and my coaches, because the national championship, it's the big one, and I really do it for them. Yeah, I would say there was like a whole little, like a band playing, and it was great to hear, Hispanic music coming off the plane, and it was a great feeling. I said to me, kind of the Miami weather, being in Bloomington, it's a little colder over there, so having the Miami weather and the humidity slap you in the face, it was a great reminder of home. And I think that, I'm really looking forward to playing in Miami, especially a lot of family and people who've helped pour into myself to get myself to this point in my journey. I'm really proud of it. Yeah, I would say it all goes off the line. Without those guys, I wouldn't be able to do it. And with them, I'm able to get through my entire progression. So read 1 through read 5 or 6, I'm able to get through it, have time to get through it, and then just check it down. I think that's why my completion percentage has been so high, is because I haven't really had to throw the ball away much, and just because they've been so efficient up front. And also, I would say I have such great teammates, such great receivers, tight ends, running backs. We talk about offensive line, that I just think you need to be a point guard. I just need to dish it out over here to Elias Surratt, over there to Omar Cooper Jr. or Charlie Becker, and or hand the ball off or check it to a run. So I would say I just need to be the point guard of the offense and really facilitate it all. And the talent is really around me. So I think that's how I've been so efficient. I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't see it. I see it places. People do friends and family do send it to me. However, I always tell them I'm really just focused on the next game, as this is the national championship. It's what we worked all year for. And people in, last January weren't talking about the Indiana Hoosiers in the national championship. And so I owe it to my teammates and to my coaches and to the entire Hoosier Nation to give it my all. And I would also say that it's such an important game in my life and my teammates' life, that I'm really going to give it my all and not really focus on the future. And my whole thing is staying present in the present moment in order to make most of the present, and that's how you make a great future for yourself. Yeah, I would say that it's been such a special journey. Can't thank God enough. I can't thank my teammates enough. It's been such a great year, not only on the field, but also off the field with those guys and in the meeting rooms. It's special is the word to describe it. And then also, my message to the youngsters, I briefed it in my Heisman speech, but I would say that it's no matter what star recruit you are, if you're too big, too little, you're not high ranked enough, you could do it. You could do it. You got to put the work in. And as a kid, I always heard these messages, and I'm like, okay, does that really mean that? A little bit of self-doubt. But now, having lived that experience and lived that journey, it really has come full circle to me, and I always want to share the same message to those youngsters. Yeah, I would say it feels great. Tickets are definitely a problem because there's so many family members that want to come to the game. However, I've attempted to not let it sink in, so I can stay in the present moment and kind of stay in, the football mindset that I want to stay in. Because although that there's so many externalities to this game, playing in Miami, that you can get wrapped up in all the emotion. However, I want to keep it focused on football and really kind of force it not to sink in. It can sink in next week or the week after, but I really just want to focus on football now to give my team the best chance, and that's what I owe my teammates. Yeah, I'd say it's surreal. I also think it's great for the Christopher Columbus community. We have so many great individuals in that community that really are built from the same cloth, are built from that gritty structure that, whatever it's battle, whatever trial or tribulations, they're always going to supersede that. And I think, Mario Crispell's done a fantastic job with the Hurricanes in his entire coaching career, coaching under Saban, then to Oregon, then to Miami. And I think it's been a great football headlight of the Christopher Columbus community, along with so many others, and really paved the path for a Christopher Columbus football player such as myself. Yeah, it would mean a lot, and I know how much it would mean to people, and I know that the best way to accomplish this goal is to really just focus on the football and really just trying to dial it in for this game and treat it as a normal game. Although it's not a normal game, to treat it as one, and although you're going to prepare a little bit more, And although that it's going to, externalities are going to pressure it to be a little bit more than a normal game, to really, really keep it in that mindset, in that football mindset, and do my part, do my 1 of 11th part on offense, and 1 of 22, my one job out of 22 jobs on offense and defense in order to give us the best chance to win. Just because I know myself focusing on the job and myself focusing on the present gives the Hoosiers the best chance to win, and I owe it to my teammates, to my coaches, and also Hoosier Nation. My favorite team to play for would be the Indiana Hoosiers, especially on Monday night. You know, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play in the national championship, and I'm really just focused on the present and all that stuff about the NFL. It's a blessing, and the things that I see in articles. However, the task at hand is a national championship, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So I'm going to stay in the present and really just focus on this national championship for now. Well, I would say the talent. And Christopher Columbus on such a big stage because there's so many great people around the entire high school, such as yourself, Manny. And I would say that it's really that we're all cut from the same cloth of that grit, the hard work, and that brotherhood, and know how to connect with each other in order to, instead of individuals, combine each other's efforts to multiply instead of add, to multiply into, getting that goal, into accomplishing that mission or defeating that opponent. And so I think it's a great honor to represent Christopher Columbus High School, and I think that, I know that the ones on the University of Miami will most likely say the same. I think it's just a great clash. I know someone is like, oh, it's a Cuban Bowl, or it's a Christopher Columbus Bowl, and so just what a great opportunity that, the Christopher Columbus community will get to experience. Yeah, I would say the roster makeup is a lot different, especially because I'm on a new team, and University of Miami did a great job reloading, if not getting better than last year, and they also have a new defensive coordinator too. So, preparing as a quarterback, you really try to prepare against the defensive coordinator or the defensive players. And there's a lot of turnover there. However, I really learned from that game is how much passion the University of Miami Hurricanes play with. They have a real mentality going on in that defense, and they're going to hit you hard. They're going to try to get into your head. They're going to trash talk you, and they're going to give it their all. So I think it's going to be, and we saw it last year. It came down to essentially the last play. And it was a one-point game, 39-38, and I still remember that to this day. And it was a great game. It was a great game especially for College Game Day, putting that on national television. And I really learned a lot about that Miami defense, and that they're not quitters. They're not quitters, and they have a lot of passion in how they play, and I really respect that. Yeah, I would say the communication kind of went through my younger brother, Fernando Mendoza. And there's like a Christopher Columbus football group chat, and I was always like, let's see if you guys beat Ohio State. Then they overcame that challenge. Oh, you guys going to beat Alabama. Then we overcame that challenge. And, deep down, you're always rooting for your boys. So there's so many players at the University of Miami that I know that I played with at the Christopher Columbus High School, and also coaches that I know through that tree. And so you're always deep down, essentially rooting for them because you know them personally. And now that we've both overcame those challenges, those tough challenges to get to the national championship, we want to win, they want to win. And so as competitors, communication is going to get cut off. But I would say it's going to be great, sharing the field with those guys and with those other Christopher Columbus brothers that I have. And, as much as I love them, I'm going to do everything possible to make sure the Hoosiers leave victorious on Monday.
Welcome back to Miami Beach Convention Center. Media Day for Indiana football ahead of a pretty big game, the national championship against Miami. In Miami, storybook stuff. Omar Cooper Jr., the Lawrence North kid, we talked to him at the Rose Bowl. Now we're here at the national championship. I asked you at the Rose Bowl what this season has been like, what your journey has been like, and now you guys have a chance to make history for Indiana football. What's that mean to you? How excited are you for this opportunity?
Honestly, we try not to think about the history we can make because I feel like that'll get us distracted. So we just trying to enjoy this time, have fun with it. But just the fact that we have this opportunity is exciting, and we just can't wait for the day to come. But I've still got a lot to prepare for, and it'll be a great time for us.
If I had told you when you were a high school kid in Indianapolis that just a handful of years you'd be playing in a national championship for your state, what would have you said?
I would have said, no way, you're lying. That can't be true.
But here you are.
Here I am. So it's been crazy.
Yeah. What's kind of your family and friends from Indianapolis said to you just throughout this journey? And I'm assuming a couple of them are going to be down here cheering you on. What's that mean to you? You're representing at such a high level the city of Indianapolis, the state of Indiana.
It means everything to me. Growing up in Indianapolis and Indiana, we never thought we'd see the Indiana Hoosiers football team making it to the national championship. So being a part of that team and being able to play in the national championship, it's been amazing. So it will be amazing. So, it means everything. And family, I got a lot of family coming to the game, coming to Miami just to be able to experience it as well. So it's going to be awesome, and I'm grateful to have this opportunity.
What's being a part of this team meant to you this season? I know job's not finished, and I don't want to get into hypotheticals or anything, but this has been an unbelievable run just to get here. What's that been like, being a part of this?
It's been nothing short of amazing. Words can't explain the feeling that I have for being a part of this team, and it's crazy to think about. I haven't even really truly thought about it yet because the season's not over, but once it is and I have the time to think, I'm not sure what I would feel, but it's been crazy. It's been crazy so far.
All right, Miami, Hard Rock Stadium, coming up Monday night. What challenge do the Hurricanes present? They've had a pretty awesome run to get here as well, and now, your coach said it could be a movie. Playing Miami at Hard Rock Stadium, it writes itself at this point, but what challenge do the Hurricanes present?
Just like every other team we play, they're here for a reason, so they got great athletes everywhere, offensively, defensively. They got a great D-line, great secondary. So we just got to come with our best game and play for each other like we have the whole year.
Absolutely. That's Omar Cooper Jr. Congratulations on getting here. He represents Indiana at a super high level. Appreciate your time. Best of luck in the national championship. Can they get it done? We'll see. He's on the team, so I suspect maybe.
All right, we are in Miami for Media Day for the Hoosiers taking on the Hurricanes in Monday night's national championship. Joining me, Dominic of the Hoosiers defensive line. Dominic, let's just start with this. Landing last night, what was it like just getting boots on the ground here and getting the prep continuing, I guess?
First off, I want to say I'm really liking the weather change. That's the first. It felt really good. But no, I'm not gonna lie. We're pretty locked in right now. We got some stuff to do today, but the hay's not in the barn yet. We're still, building the game plan and, just, locking in, what's the most important, which is obviously winning.
And that mindset's been noted all season long. Talk about Curt Signetti, the man at the helm that kind of leads you into these situations. What makes you built for this moment and this challenge come Monday night?
It's from day one, it's just first off, Coach Signetti does a good job of just everything he does. He's instilled in us the fact that realistically, nothing really matters except getting that W. So it's just everyone's collectively bought in from a scout team freshman to a 5-year starter. Everyone's mindset is the same, and you can only really see that when you're in the building with us day in and day out. So it's just everyone is on the same page. We're not thinking about anything else but this game right now, and it's just we all bought in.
And two physical teams once again. I know what you guys in the trenches. How do you embrace these challenges, these physical challenges?
It is what it is. We play D-line. It's just you can't shy away from it, and if you do, you play in the wrong position. It's just the most physical team wins. All shout out to Miami, their O-line. They've got a bunch of great players, but the key to the game is just we got to outwork and outshare. We have to bring our best because we're on the biggest stage right now.
And you guys are obviously no stranger to facing talented offenses too. What is it about Miami that brings a new challenge? What do they do? What do you see on tape from them?
They like to run the ball, and they got some pretty good and explosive skill players, and we just got to shut them down at every chance we get. The moment it's not anything too crazy. We don't have to do anything out of character, out of body. We just have to do what we've been doing day in and day out, week in, week out, every game for the season.
What is the Brotherhood like in that defensive line room for you?
Well, for me personally, I'm not gonna lie. This is the closest I've been to a D-line. We're really tight knit. We did a lot of activities during the summer and in the spring, getting to know each other. But these are my guys. We really are locked in together. Whatever one eats, we all eat. We're super excited anytime any of us makes a play, and it's just it's real deal. These are my brothers. These are my guys. These are if they go down, I'm heartbroken. I don't. But it's just we're a tight knit group, and we all want each other to eat and be successful.
There's been kind of a handful of college football teams who are in that conversation of being the best college football team of all time. I think you guys have certainly earned the right to be in that conversation as well. You could be the first 16-0 team in college football history. Do you hear any of that? And if so, what's it like to kind of be in that conversation right now?
It's definitely cool, but I'm not gonna lie. We see it for sure. We hear about it and all that, but we tune all of it out because it's like I remember Aiden Fisher. He had said something a couple of days ago. No one remembers the losers of games like this. So like that's all good and well. We got to go out and handle business first. That's all. We got to go out and do what we know we can do.
What would this national championship mean to you personally and mean to the community of Bloomington and IU?
Me personally, this would be one of my biggest achievements. I never, coming out high school, I went to Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns, and I never would have thought 4 or 5 years later I'm over here playing for a national championship. So it's definitely a big deal for me. For the people of Indiana, I've only been here a year, but trust me, I know like the whole history of how Indiana's been this and that. I think the people of Bloomington will be, I can't even tell you the word of how they will feel once we bring this Natty home.
You're about to play in the national championship.
Yes,
if I had told you that a couple years ago, what would have you said?
I would have believed you. I'd already talked to Coach Sig, and he came in and told us, hey, like this is our plans, and it's all about belief and coming in here and doing your job. I would have said, let's do it and let's roll.
Why do you think that level of belief has permeated throughout your team, that it feels like you guys truly embody being where your feet are, blocking out the noise, and believing in each other and playing at a high level?
Yeah, I think Coach Sig has done a fantastic job of making sure that, hey, this is the national championship, but at the end of the day, it's just another game. And, we're going to prepare the same way that we prepared for any other game. Whether we're going to play in Kinnick or playing in Bloomington, or playing the national championship, like we're preparing the same way every single game.
Kinnick's a tough place to play.
Oh my gosh.
There's no doubt about that. All right, so what can you tell me about Miami? This is a talented team. They've had a pretty great storyline as well to get here and play in their own backyard for a national championship. What are you looking forward to? What challenge do they present?
Yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic team. They have fantastic players all over the defense. Their D-line is amazing. Their DBs are great. And, I'm really excited for this opportunity to come out and play them. They have a fantastic defense coordinator, and I'm really excited for what we have and what we have in store.
How awesome has it been to see this IU football fan base come alive? The last 2 weeks have been home games.
Yeah.
Like not virtual, like actual home games.
Yeah,
it's been insane, and I know you guys have fed off that, but to see the passion and the belief go to the fan base, and they've just answered the bell. How's that been as a player?
It's been unreal. It really helps, when we're at offense and it's not as, blaring, like as we said, Kinnick Stadium. And I think, Hoosier fans are the best fans in the world. And they've done a fantastic job of making sure that the Rose Bowl was, 90% Indiana fans. And, going to Atlanta, it was 90% Indiana fans. And, we have the best fans in the world.
How excited are you for the opportunity that Monday night is, not only for this team, but just for this state and Indiana University? Like that opportunity, what excites you about it? How excited are you?
Yeah, we're all super excited. But at the end of the day, it's just another game. And, this is stuff you dreamt about when you were a little kid, making it to the national championship and playing in front of, this crazy crowd. So we're going to take our time to soak it in. But, as soon as the clock hits 0, we're ready to rock and roll.
Still here at the Miami Beach Convention Center for Media Day, the Hoosiers taking on the Hurricanes for a national championship Monday night. Joining me now, Amari Farrell, defensive back for the Indiana Hoosiers. Amari, let's talk about all the lights, the stage, being in this moment, playing in the final game of the season.
It's definitely a great moment, being able to, this is our first time being in the national championship. So, just seeing all this is definitely a great feeling.
How have you kind of just embraced the challenge over this last month and a half in these one-and-done games?
It's just, like you say, it's just a one-and-done, win or lose, go home mentality. Whoever prepares the best is going to win the game. And, as of right now, we've been preparing the best, and we're just going to continue to keep preparing the best.
And you guys have also played some elite offenses until they sort of run into you guys, so to speak. What's been the key to kind of stopping these teams that have playmakers basically all over the field?
At the end of the day, really just doing what we do. We go in with a plan. We come in and execute that plan that coaches have made for us. It goes through coaching, then we've got to follow up.
Malachi Toney, obviously, going to be talked about a lot going into this one, as he has all year. What do you see from him? What makes him a dynamic player, and how do you sort of maybe throw wrinkles at him to kind of contain him a little bit?
Yeah, he's definitely a great player. He's young, but he's very smart, and you can see that on tape. He can take over the game at any moment. But we just gotta always know where he is. We gonna do a lot of different things to make him uncomfortable. So those are the things that we gonna do to try to slow him down.
You guys don't give up a lot of explosive plays either, and I kind of want to talk about the back end, just the defensive back room as a group. What's the bond like with you guys? What makes you guys so successful on the field with one another?
It's really a brotherhood back there. We communicate every single play. We trust each other back there. We make sure we keep a roof over the head. Nothing gets behind us. So when we all play like that, I feel like good things happen.
What makes this team ready and built to go out there and potentially get a victory Monday?
Like I say, the way we prepare, we gonna prepare to be the greatest team ever. We gonna prepare to our best ability. And so when we prepare that to our best ability, we just go out there and execute.
Kind of ask some of the other guys this too. Was there a national championship game in the past, maybe when you were growing up, that sort of stands out to you?
I would definitely say, I would probably say the Alabama and Georgia game a few years ago when Georgia beat Alabama for the first time. I would say that.
And then you guys are also now in the conversation of being greatest college football team of all time. I know you guys have done so well keeping everything in between those walls. But to be in that conversation, to get a victory Monday night, to be in that, what does that mean to you, do you think?
It'll mean a lot, but at the end of the day, this team, we're really not thinking about it to being the greatest team ever. We just coming out there trying to be the best Indiana Hoosiers of this season, So we really haven't really been talking about that or thinking about it like that. Like I said, we're just going out there to win the game.
What would it mean to win that game?
It would mean a lot, but it will also hurt us more if we lose that game.
Yeah, definitely after the game for sure. Or before the game, no, I feel like no one gives us that's kind of, I don't want anyone before the game to be giving us our respect or nothing. That would be a little weird to me. But after the game, of course, they come up to us and it's all love. It's never no ill will after the game. Like each team, Alabama, Ohio State, Oregon, all the teams that we've been able to beat this year, they come up and they show respect after the game. And they're great programs, great teams that we played this year. We've just been able to win games and execute the way we wanted to execute. But yeah, it's been a good respect level from everybody all year. I've seen a couple of it. I've seen people talk about our age and stuff like that. It is what it is. Like a fifth, sixth year, that's kind of normal now. Like if you redshirt and then you get hurt, you're sixth year. So we have some guys like that on our team. But like I said, people are always gonna say something about us, win, lose, or draw, good or bad. So we don't really pay much attention to it. We're just happy with the guys who got in the locker room and we just understand what we want to do week in and week out. Man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. Like you said, it's always been in there. I remember on my first year here, I'm in an Uber, going to the airport. Uber driver's talking to me the whole entire way, just about how he's excited, how the whole town's excited. But they're like, we're kind of scared because we don't know if you guys are going to be good or not. And I'm like, just send them. I'm like, man, I hope we can live up to it for you. And since I've been here, man, they show nothing but love from this first year to this second year. It's been crazy. And then these last couple weeks, like you said, just seeing them fly over to the West Coast, the Big Ten Championship, seeing them pack out the Falcons Stadium last week, it's been surreal, and I'm grateful for Hoosier Nation. I'm grateful for the state of Indiana, Bloomington, and I can't thank them enough for what they've been doing for us. Yeah, I think we just love the game. We love the game. We started playing. A lot of us started playing this game for $0 for a couple years of our career. So we just love ball and we love winning. And nothing really changed from JMU to Indiana. We the love of the game was still there. Our desire to get better, our desire to keep winning was there. And then that just feeds off to everyone else. That people see us working every single day and they're like, all right, I want to do this too. I want to be a part of something special. And that's really all it is. Like, just guys that love the game and want to get better every single day. So I started at a public school, Colonial Forge, and then I transferred to St. Francis Academy up in Baltimore. Just because they're a national powerhouse, I wanted to take my time to the best level. I ended up racking double-digit offers, but I ended up losing all of those between transfer portal and COVID. So by the end of my senior year, I had about 2 D2 offers, and then St. Francis University ended up coming out like real late. I went up to a spring ball, a little practice, and then committed from there. School, St. Francis University, less than about 5,000 kids there, FCS school. So it was real slow coming out of high school, man. So it's kind of crazy just being here. I'm always grateful for it just because I know where I started. It's like I said, like I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad all the JMU guys are here. I'm not sure if my freshman year, their freshman year, we were thinking, man, we're going to be playing in the national championship our senior year. But like I said, we're blessed to be here. We understand what our goal is, though. We don't just want to be here. We want to be able to win the game. We want to be able to win a championship, not only for Indiana, but the state, the town, ourselves, our families, everyone supporting us.
With our DC, Coach Brian Haynes, he keeps us in the right position. And he has a great scheme for us as well. But as far as players, we do a great job on watching film, knowing concepts and knowing tendencies as well. And I feel like we do a great job of doing our job. And then the ball comes to us kind of like that's just a testament to our coaches and the positions they put us in. It's honestly great playing for a legendary coach like that. I feel like he's one of the best in the game. Just to learn from everything he goes by and his standard that he keeps and just how it molds you as a man. I just feel like it's just a blessing just to be in his presence. Fernando Mendoza is the heart and soul of this team. We wouldn't be here without him. He keeps this team going. He's just the leader of this team, and we wouldn't be here without him, honestly. Yeah, those, like you said, neighborhood games are big in South Florida. I feel like all kids growing up, that's all we know is football. So, like, we got, like, maybe a park that is, like, from another state probably won't have, like, that many people there. But our games here in South Florida for Little League, it's a lot of support. I would say it's, like, at least 5,000 people on the park just supporting kids. So, I feel like it's a big thing in South Florida, and it definitely has the support of the community. Yeah, me and Malachi played quarterback as well on the same team. Just growing up, kind of had to make a decision between quarterback and defense. I played both, so I always like defense a little bit more. Yeah, it's definitely a moment everybody dreams of. I feel like it's just a blessing just to have this opportunity. I feel like everybody wants to be in this game. It's just a blessing, honestly, just to have this opportunity and with the group of guys that I'm with. I'm just ready to take full advantage of it. I would say it's a good group of them. Josiah Trader, I went to high school with. Malachi Tony, I know. It's another group of guys like Chance Robinson that I knew playing Little League ball. It's a lot of them, honestly. I couldn't really give you a count, but it's at least probably 10 of them. Yeah, it's definitely a full circle moment for me just to play in this stadium that, like I said earlier, I drove past every day to go to school. And just I watched Dolphins games in this stadium. It's just definitely going to be a full circle moment, taking it all in, but I have to treat it like another game as well. Washington Park Buccaneers. So I actually played, like, Malachi Tony was 3 years under me, but we played on the same park and we played the same position. I mean, being in South Florida, Little League games are, like, literally, like, almost the same as high school games, honestly. It's a lot of people out there. They got a lot of support from the community, not just parents. Everybody goes out there, watch the games, and support. I would say it's a big thing in South Florida, unlike like other states. It's something we joke about all the time, how I picked him off. I kind of baited him into throwing something, but we had a great D-line, got pressure in his face. He kind of just threw it right to me, but we joke about it all the time. He actually tried to tackle me as well. He missed that, but it's just great to have a quarterback like that to go against in practice now. It's definitely something we joked about when he first got here. I would say Curt Signetti hasn't changed since I met him. He's always had that same mindset, same standard. I would say his recruiting pitch when I was coming from James Madison to Indiana was the same as he says on the interviews. He wins. That was the main thing he pitched to me. He didn't say the Google me part, but he said I win, and that was enough to get me here. He trusted me out of high school, so it was kind of a no-brainer to go with him out of the portal as well.
Paying to go play football somewhere, I was going to be on the bottom of the depth chart, and that's exactly what it was when I got there. It was a tough time. I didn't really play much, didn't see the field almost at all, and I just kind of had to work my way up, kind of pull myself up by my bootstraps. So I think that taught me a lot, and ultimately led me down this path of transition to offense, and then eventually to tight end, and being able to realize success, and then come here and realize more success. So I think that was probably one of the tougher decisions in my life, but probably one of the better ones I made, just because it's led me to where I am today. People haven't really seemed to like us a whole ton this whole year, like picking us a whole ton this year. So I think that's definitely a chip that we have on our shoulder. Obviously, after last year, it's like, can they do it again? Will they be able to continue this? Or it's just kind of like a one-year fluke. So I think that's definitely a chip that we all have on our shoulder of just, every single time we go out on the field, we're trying to prove ourselves. I think we're trying to prove to the whole country that we belong here. We believe it ourselves, but every single time we go out on that field, we gotta show everybody else that, hey, like, we're here to stay. Like, that wasn't a fluke. This year isn't a fluke. Like, we're a good team. We got good players. We can compete with the best. So I think, obviously that's kind of our chip every single game. It's just like, hey, this isn't the old team that it once was. We kind of turn over a new leaf. Like, we're here for real. Yeah, it's been awesome. So I actually played Indiana in 2023 before Coach Sig came at Indiana. I was at Wisconsin at the time, and the stands were not as full as they are now. But I will say is that they were pretty loud. So I was like, I was a little bit surprised. Obviously I was thinking, kind of a football team that was struggling at the time. Like maybe the fans kind of quit on it. But I was surprised by how loud they were. So when I came here, I knew I was like, hey, they got some spirit to them. For sure. They're just waiting for us to reciprocate. You know what I mean? To kind of get our act together. So it's been awesome. I think this team's been, this whole city, all the alums, they've been waiting for this moment. I think they've just been, sitting waiting for our time to kind of come, and now that it's here, they've been taking full advantage of it. Like you said, home game for the Rose Bowl, it's home game for the Peach Bowl. So it's been great. It is awesome just to see it and feel that support from the fan base, and see them showing out and see them how proud they are of us. That ultimately is just it makes you feel good. That you can be a part of something that other people are proud of being a part of, proud of joining, proud of supporting. Yeah, so Sig's kind of big on just stick to the plan. Consistently, week in and week out. We don't deviate almost at all from week to week. Obviously, when you have that little break from the Big Ten Championship to Alabama, you change things up a little bit just to take care of players and everything. But he's so big on just every week just the same thing over and over again, and he preaches that mentality of like we can't get complacent. We can't ever be satisfied with where we're at, because that's when you start to fall off, right? I've always been taught that at the end of the year, teams are either going up or they're going down. Nobody's staying the same. So I think just the message that he preaches just ensures that we continue going up, right? Every game that we get back from, it's, hey, yeah, we did some good things, but there's still a lot of things to clean up. We're still not there yet. And so I think just that kind of messaging and that kind of mindset that, every single time he talks to us, he emphasizes that. And I think it just kind of, gets into our heads, and we all just roll with it. And then speaks to our leadership too. We got a lot of guys that are older that are bought in. Obviously got E to my side, and then you got Fernando, Cougs, got a bunch of guys on defense. Fish and all those guys. So that messaging just kind of trickling down through everybody, just kind of it helps unite the team and bring us all together. And it's easy because we're all working towards one goal.
Hello, welcome to Media Day here in Miami Beach. We're talking to the Hoosiers, and this man beside me has an awesome, awesome story. Adetomola Johnny, offensive lineman, redshirt freshman for the Hoosiers from Speedway, Indiana, but his journey didn't start there. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got to Speedway? Didn't start playing football until his freshman year of high school. Can you give us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, so I was born in Nigeria, obviously, like people would know. And I came to the United States in Texas, but didn't play football 7th grade or 8th grade because my mom really didn't know how it worked, and she was kind of scared or all that. So then I came to Speedway my freshman year, and my coach talked my mom into it, and she was able to say yes for me to play football. Got on the team, but I was really scared. Didn't want to play football at all so I played freshman year, but didn't get on the field. And then from sophomore year, that's when it started changing for me. I got to go to a bunch of camps here and there, so I was getting to learn. And then my junior year, everything just took off. So that's how it's been for me.
That is so cool. We got a viewer email from Stephanie Buster. Shout out to Stephanie Buster telling us about this young man. Okay, so what kind of went into your mind when you came from Nigeria? Is that correct?
Yeah.
And then you're introduced to football.
Yeah.
What interested you about football?
To be honest, I just like being competitive, because before I came down here, I played any sport possible. I played basketball, I played soccer, I was a swimmer. So I was able to do a lot of sports. So coming to the United States, I was ready to compete wherever. So just being able to play football is a great thing for me, and I'm loving it, obviously.
Okay, so to go into starting your football career as a freshman in high school at Speedway, to being a part of Indiana football, to now being about ready to play in a national championship, and you've gotten meaningful snaps this season. You absolutely have. Big Ten Championship, Rose Bowl, am I right on that? So looking back to where you were to where you're about to be right now, can you put into words just your journey?
I mean, it's kind of still a shock to me right now, just because from where I came from, so I haven't been playing football for a long time. So being in this position means a lot to me, and I'm just waiting to see what the future has for me. That's all I'm here for.
What does Indiana mean to you?
I mean, a lot, because obviously most of the people that I know are from Indiana. So it's like being with everybody around me. So everybody in Indiana is very lovely. Very lovely. So it's like you can't find somebody that you're going to hate or somebody that's going to hate on you. So it's like being together as a family means a lot to me, and that's all I wanted from Indiana, and I got it here. So
how much fun has it been to be a part of this journey to get to the national championship? I mean, Monday night, it's for all the marbles, a place that Indiana fans thought Indiana football could never go. Here you guys are.
I mean, like I said earlier, it's crazy. Like nobody would have, like me, committed to Indiana, never thought we would be in this position right now. So being here right now is absolutely mind-blowing, and I can't just wait to see what the future holds for IU football. And I'm here for everything, yes, sir.
That's awesome, man. I could talk to you all day. You could get a job in media right here. Hey, what do you got to say to your Speedway family, huh?
Everybody stay the same. Love you, Miss Steph. Coach Busher, love you. You guys have a great day.
Awesome. That's Ademola Ajani. I appreciate your time. This guy's awesome. What a story, an IU playing for a national championship.
Back here in Miami for Media Day, where the Hoosiers are getting ready to take on the Hurricanes in the national championship. Tyreek Tucker joining me now. Tyreek, appreciate your time.
Yep.
Here we are. You guys only have one game left in the season. It's the biggest one, obviously. What's it like to be in this position?
I'm so blessed and so grateful to even be in this position. We definitely, want to get the job done and, finish strong. But, I'm overly grateful and just so thankful to even be in this position.
I know you guys in the trenches enjoy physical play. How forward are you looking to this matchup with the Hurricanes?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. It's a challenge for sure. And, we kind of have to meet that challenge, to get the result that we want. So, I'm so excited, to take on this challenge.
And obviously you see all the fans here too, and you've been back throughout this entire college football playoff run. What does that mean to you guys to have them here following you everywhere you go? You've been around the entire country at this point.
Yep. I mean, they travel wherever we go. They come, man. And, I love our fans. We have the best fan base in America, in the world. So, I love our fans. They travel with us, and, just want to get one more for them, man.
For sure. What would that mean?
It'll mean the world to me, man. It'll mean the world for all of us, man. Just to get the job done, complete the mission. But, we just got to stay focused and, be ready for that challenge.
Yeah, and I love it. It's been the mentality you guys have had all year that everyone's sort of embraced and gravitated towards.
Yep.
When it comes to, playing opposing offenses, you're no stranger to playing talented offensive teams, especially here in the last month and a half.
Yep.
What is it about Miami that gives you guys that challenge Monday night?
They physical, they want to, ground and pound. So, we have to stop the run and, we have to do that efficiently, to get the desired result we want.
I was curious, do you remember a national championship game growing up? What stood out about it to you? Is there one that stands out in mind?
To be honest, not really. Like I don't really know one that really stood out to me in terms of, other than last year when I watched it. But in terms of like I'm thinking about right now, not really.
And that kind of leads me to this too. So there's only a handful of teams that are considered like the greatest college football team of all time. You guys have earned the right to be in that conversation as well. I don't know if you do hear it or not, but what does it mean to kind of be in that position if you get the job done Monday night?
Like I said, I mean, it's special. It's special. But again, I can't even think that far here yet. Because I'm just so focused on, what we got to do, coming up. And then after that, we can sit down, but until after Monday, I can't even think about that.
What makes this team built and ready for this opportunity Monday?
We play for one another. We love each other, man. And, we've done a whole lot to be here. It's been a long time in the making. We kind of really are motivated to, get the job done and, really go attack and, play one last time with our brothers.
Sure. Hey, best of luck to you, Tyreek.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time, man.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Enjoy everything.
Yeah, he starts every drive pointing to the Lord because without him we can't do anything. And then his calmness, his poise through every single play, whether it's a sack or whether it's a 10, 15, 20-yard gain. And honestly, that's the big thing. You have to have those poise and those big moments. And I feel like throughout the season, we've had those big moments to live up to and step up to. And I feel like Fernando's done a great job of making sure everyone is calm and making sure everyone can think, regardless of the noise and everything like that. It means a lot to me, man. And knowing who our Lord is and who Jesus Christ is, you know that through him you can do anything and you can serve up to any moment. There's nothing that you can't do without him, and those are one of the things that we both believe in. We have a lot of guys on the team who believe in, and those are just one of the things that keep us going. Yes, man, those are one of the things that you take in. Those are the things that you live for, especially in a moment like this in a national championship. We know Miami's a physical team, but so are we, and we're going to make sure that we do our best to bring it and show the world what we can do. Yeah, they have a great defense, man. That front seven, they have great players in the back end as well. That D-line is ferocious. They do a lot of movement. Linebackers are smart and disciplined. They're in the back end. They have a lot of speed. So we definitely going to have our hands full, but we're going to make sure that we just stick to our game plan and do what we do best and taking one play at a time, and I feel like we'll get our job done. That's a great question. The last one that really stuck out to me was when Oregon played Ohio State, when they had Ezekiel Elliott and I think Marcus Mariota was on the other side. And at the time I was rooting for Oregon, honestly, but what stood out to me was like the way that Ohio State played, and like it just seemed like nothing could stop them in that moment. Ezekiel Elliott, he was going crazy that game, and I feel like Cardell Jones also had a great game as well. So those are one of the things that you can really like look up to, especially me being so young. One of the things that I paid attention to a lot. Yeah, man, we just do our best to just keep it all on the field. We can't let anything like that get to our heads, honestly, because we have a lot more work to do with this last game, and we just want to make sure we just stay focused on that one goal, and that's to actually get the victory.
Again, I mean, we said it out front, but these guys are locked in. Maybe they don't know what they don't know, and they have never gotten to these heights for Indiana football, but that doesn't matter. They're here now, an awesome opportunity. And, you know, now that I've had some time to think about what we said in the open, and we've been wrong about our predictions, okay?
Not very good.
But tough, physical, low-scoring game, maybe like the Big Ten Championship a little bit?
And that's exactly what we would have thought the game against Oregon would have been.
Right,
the game against Alabama could have been, but Indiana continues to defy all odds, and they continue to prove people wrong. Even if you're not wrong in the sense of saying like they could lose a game, I think we're all confident enough to saying they could win a game. It just has to unfold to be like, I guess, how stupid we are and how we predict it. So I would go, we'll be safe. We'll take low-scoring, physical game, and right on the doorstep of being probably one of the best college football teams of all time, which is insane to say.
And you have to say it, though.
Yeah, you have to.
To have the chance to be the first 16-0 team from where they were to where they are. We're like broken record, but it's unbelievable what IU's been able to do. You heard it here first, low-scoring game, so bet the opposite, okay, responsibly.
Take the over.
We'll see what happens,
Gamble
all right?
responsibly.
That's exactly right. Eli Gehn, Dominic, Miranda, keep up with us on air and right here on WTHR+. See if IU can do it here in Miami.